exhibit?
Well, I've known John now for quite a while, like we've been friends, and he always pulls in amazing artists, and there's a few really great artists here tonight.
Fine. Yeah, tell me about these.
Just mainly neon paint for the show. It's all neon colours. So.
All neon.
Yeah, it's all blue light.
All neon art. So what was the theme? Why did you choose to do neon?
It's just a really bright, happy colours. You know, neon's great.
Right in Tarpon Springs around town. So it was like I got a taste of like what he's doing every day. It's like 72 years old, he just doesn't stop. He just keeps going. It's like me at 19, I'm like, man, it makes me feel like I'm not doing enough sometimes. It's crazy.
I'm going to try to tell them to give you a salary. And on top of that, licensing your footage. And the footage in California. He doesn't understand any of that. So then he finally realized, well, if he gets 35 or 40,000 or whatever, he's not thinking, oh, he can make more money from being an associate producer. He doesn't think, oh, I can become the art director. So now, if I step away, how is he going to be competent to like be involved with these professional people that make it?
To do that.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. So then when he sends me the letter saying that I can't compensate you,
Can I interview you about what you're holding?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what that is. What are you holding?
These works of Icedo, who has been a fixture in the East Village for decades. He was part of the Run Around the Park in the 90s, and the Howl Festival, and you know, and everybody loves Zito. So that's as simple as that. So you got to support the man.
Nice. That's great. So how do you know John?
Oh, I met John from, but you like the coat one?
Yeah. You like hold it?
Should I hold it?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I think just drape it over your arm like that. Yeah.
Really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met John from Yvonne, school from Kansas City. So she brought me here like 2 years ago. And that's not that John.
Nice. So what do you think is unique about this exhibit compared to other art exhibits on fashion and pop?
It's so historical with, you know, Antonio Lopez. So I've always loved his fashion illustration and Warhol, and the fact that John was connected to everybody working with that. It's historical to him.
Thank you.
I feel honored that I was invited to show my hat.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I also, this is really interesting, this hat, this was my dad's tie from the 1970s.
Oh.
So I felt like this is the right hat to show, because it literally was like my favorite hat.
Hey. All right, so who are you and why are you here?
My name is Tom Russo. I'm the owner and founder of White Rabbit Audio, and I built the sound system here.
So what makes White Rabbit different from other audio systems?
Well, first of all, it looks super cool. You're really not going to see speakers anywhere that look like this. But you know, I'm a great sound engineer, and I work really hard to make the absolute best sound, whether it's a DJ or live music. You know, it's all about the sound.
So, do you bring your whole audio system to every event that you're working at?
I have two systems, and this is my smaller one. So it's easy for me to pack up and deploy. Yeah. Yep.
Chinatown.
Nice. How about we stand up against the wall because I can't hear you better?
I bought it in Chinatown. I don't hear it.
Okay. Yeah. The designer is okay, anyway.
Michael!
Nice. So, why do you want to play tonight at the Kingston Pop Museum? What's the connection between your music and this art gallery?
Well, I know John Stavros, the owner. He's done this in the past, pre-pandemic. And I'm a painter, and a lot of our friends that are painters and poets came up from Lower Manhattan to do this same exact thing. Putting art up around and playing music.
Nice.
So it's very cool. We're very grateful.
Yeah.
We're able to do this, and I'm very grateful to share my musical and artistic expressions with so many other great artists and musicians.
Thank you. So, the Michael Alago, you signed Metallica.
I did.
You are a prominent gay rights activist, and you're here tonight.
Yes.
Why?
Why am I here tonight?
Yeah.
Because John Stavros invited me. I know John since around 1983, and we've just been in touch on and off, because, you know, there was a point in his life he was doing one thing, I was doing another, and then of course when you like somebody and you relate to them, at some point you all just come together again, and you know, that's a beautiful thing. So I'm here because I'm showing a photograph, I'm selling my memoir, I am Michael Alago, and I wanted to see all the different types of art that he was showing, and boy oh boy, it's certainly a variety of things, which is very inspiring, and you know, it inspires me to continue to make art, and so, I don't know, here we are.
I used to play in Spanish in a town called Masada. That's where they had the Union Olympics. Yeah.
Here we are back in Kingston once again. We're going to start tonight with a little bit of music with our favorite band from this area, Ramona Lane.
She told me her story through a spell, cup of coffee and a couple of seeds. Hip-hop emotion, both of us mostly play. Know the way she wears her jeans, reaches and cream, and she leaned into me. I never been loved this, she said. Picking me out like the sunlight when it's set. Darling, she's in a bus, she said. Baby, won't you take me home again? Right away.
ください。
Michael Alago, stop fucking playing games with me. It's Joe and Puma. Hey.
Some low-rent hotel in Queens. It's easy to get lost on those dark streets that lead nowhere except to low-rent hotels out by the airport. So anonymous, you'd never find them again. And as always, your ambivalence. Not sure if you want me or her or maybe him. Even low-rent hotels cost more than we're worth. Inevitably, we move to cars parking alongside fire hydrants, hiding impotently beneath trees. Watching you unzip is the best part. We don't believe in afterwards. A laugh, share the last drops of whiskey from the pint bottle under the sink, drop me on the corner and hope the security guard's asleep. And there are no angels on Water Street, just a few seraphim, invisible to most, lying quietly in the gutter. Thank you. So, we drove up from the city. I'm from the Lower East Side, and this is called Where I'm From, East 10th Street Summer.
Love it.
In the summertime, someone always sets some speakers on the sill, and we dance in the coolness of the fire hydrant as sounds of Willie and Hector flood the streets. Abuelas rest their elbows on pillows on the windowsill, keeping one eye on the pots and the other eye on the street. And kids clamoring for ices call up to the window, Abuela, dame cambia. The Piragua man is here. Tamarindo, mango, papaya, cocoa, triangular cones filled with ice and sweet, sweet syrup. And Louis sells cerveza on credit. Ephraim's got the best nickel bag on the block, and every other week is Mother's Day, and everyone is happy. And we were always happy. But there was no word for homeless. Everywhere was home. Home in 5th floor walk-ups, toilets in the hall, wiring so old if you plugged in an AC, the whole block went out. Everyone was home. We were home. Marriages began and ended on front stoops. The West Village was another country. Cigarettes cost $1.50 and all the bodegas sold Lucy's. Families beat the heat by sleeping on rooftops. Kids tied to their waists with clotheslines. And everywhere was home. We were always home. And we might have seemed hard, and we might have seemed tough. But if a kid stumbled on a crack in the sidewalk, 100 hands reached out because we were all home. And nobody was homeless. There was no word for homeless. We were always home.
With the beads and the bugle bead at the bottom?
Yeah.
That came in this afternoon.
Came in this afternoon, just this afternoon.
Yeah.
So is all of this part of your permanent collection?
Permanent collection that sometimes I used to fit that dress, but it doesn't fit anymore. So now it's like either I got more muscles, but anyway, yeah, so what else?
So this is all part of your permanent collection. What made you decide to put it all together tonight?
Because it's a tribute to 3 of my masters, Antonio Lopez, Andy Warhol, and Bill Aucoin. Bill Aucoin, the manager of Kiss, Billy Idol. Andy Warhol, we built his factory, and also I was his model for body parts, which is, you know, they ripped off my ass and they're making money on my ass.
Michael Alago, I love you. So I'm going to do a little bit from his book. Okay, it's called Last Exit to Brooklyn. When I met Michael, I think he was a little young kid, 15-year-old little guy, like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn. So anyway, he became a legend because he hung out with us, you know, and we used to wear stiletto heels and we were drag rock and rollers and shit like that. Then he made it into a business, you know. He discovered Metallica, okay, big band. And we are here with him, and I'm honored to have him here. So whoever wants to have him autograph his personal book, he, I think, brought a few of them. But we want him to say a few words, though, you know. Come on, Michael, we love you. Yeah, yeah.
Another story.
after he was the head A&R of a big record company, he became the head guy at the Ritz, and we all survived the Ritz. So whoever was at the Ritz, there was always Jerry Brain's like main guy, and if you couldn't go through him, fuck you.
Thank you, John. I think this told that a little backwards, but that's okay. I was like, you know, I met John like in 1983. Where was I in 1983? Oh no, I met John in 1980. I just started working at the Ritz. I was 19 years old, and it was my first job in the music business. You know, growing up in Brooklyn, I always said, I'm going to be in the music business when I grow up. But I didn't play an instrument or anything, so I just didn't know like how it would manifest itself. So at some point, I started working at record companies for 25 years, and I signed Metallica and Rob Zombie, and I worked with Cyndi Lauper, and my all-time favorite artist, Nina Simone. And then somebody decided they were making a movie about me called Who the Fuck Is That Guy? And it's on Amazon Prime right now. And then out of that, somebody said, well, do you have more stories to tell? And I said, well, I always have stories to tell. So this little book came into play. So if I find something good to read to you, it's all good. Okay, hold that thought for just 1 minute, please. I'm never together. Oh, yeah.
The juicy parts.
Brooklyn. I came out of the womb loving music. There was never a day that music didn't encompass my every waking moment. In 1966, I started listening to 77 WABC on my portable transistor radio. The Beatles, Steppenwolf, Aretha Franklin, Martha and the Vandellas, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, the Beach Boys and Dusty Springfield. A few years later, I watched Creedence Clearwater Revival and Gladys Knight and Grand Funk Railroad and Todd Rundgren on American Bandstand, Don Kirshner's rock concert, and Soul Train. That music was my lifeline. It was my nourishment. That was how I grew up. It was the beginning of my journey. Because I wasn't kind of prepared for this.
Oh, Johnny's. Go to page 69.
Oh, Lord.
Go to page 42, Times Square.
Talk amongst yourselves. I have no idea what's going on.
You need some help?
No, I need no help. Just 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
There'll be a quiz.
There'll be a quiz. Oh, God, help me, please.
Table of contents.
What?
Table of contents.
Oh, that's what I love you. Yeah, I don't even know like what's going on in my own fucking book. We'll try Metallica. Because that's what everybody always wants to hear about anyway. Being in the metal community and having listened to heavy metal for years, I knew signing Metallica was going to be historic. They didn't sound like anybody else, and no one sounded like them. But I was getting in the way of a band's contractual obligations with another record company, and I knew that it would cause some major problems. Because the issue was bigger than my career, it would affect Elektra's parent company, Time Warner, and thus Bob Krasnow. Except there was no way that I couldn't take that risk. And the band wanted to sign with me anyway. Nothing is impossible, I let the guys know. That's really not for, okay. Yeah. After we finished our Chinese food and drank some more beer, I called Krasnow and asked him to come into the conference room. A few minutes later, he entered in his characteristic regal way, impeccably dressed with a lit cigar in his mouth. He was older than anybody in the room, but he had that overwhelming charisma dominating everyone. He nodded to the guys and shook his head. There was an incredible show last night at Roseland, gentlemen, he winked. Listen, Michael wants you here at Elektra, so we want you here at Elektra. We'll make it work. Then he left and we all raised our beers in ecstatic celebration. I wanted to find the part where I actually signed them. But, you know, I have no brain left.
Spoiler.
Just tell the story.
Oh, I love you. Tell a story. Let's see. Well, I was a young A&R person. I was 23 years old, and when Bob Krasnow, the chairman of Elektra, said, we're going to give you a job in the A&R department, I was like, oh my God. And I cried a little bit, and I called a friend, and I said, what does A&R mean? He laughed right in my face. So I found out that A&R means artist and repertoire. It's the most important part of a record company. And if you don't make great records with artists, then you're out of a job. Thank God I had 2 good ears, and I wound up working in the music industry for 25 years. I worked for Elektra, I worked for Geffen, and I had
Elektra Geffen.
Elektra Geffen? Oh, right. My friend, my lawyer, my confidant. So I worked at Elektra, I worked at Geffen, I worked at Elektra, I worked at Geffen. That's 20 years right there. I know, really, it is. I mean, I tell people, I've been having to tell people my life for so long, I could do it in 90 seconds. So let's see, so I get to Elektra, it's 1983, and I had heard this band Metallica. They were on an independent record label called Megaforce. They made a record called Kill 'Em All. And I loved hard rock, I loved heavy metal. Those sounds just stimulated my brain, it like just cleaned my brain. And I loved hearing them. So, I went to see them at Roseland, and it just kind of blew me away. There were like 3,500 kids there, mostly guys in denim jackets and leather, and I had never heard anything like that before. You know, because we were all listening to bands like Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Thin Lizzy, and the list goes on. But these were young people that were doing something that incorporated hard rock, heavy metal, British heavy metal, punk rock into this one thing called Metallica. And back then we were all drinking so much that we called them Alcoholica. And that was just like the name that everyone gave them because of that. So I don't know what to say. I guess I signed them, and when I saw them at Roseland, they came up to my office the next day. They were young people who wanted like cassettes and vinyl. It was 1983. So I gave them things like the Doors and the Stooges and the MC5, and you know, we sat in the conference room talking about what I could do to help change their life. And yeah. No, this is all from drugs. Kids, don't do drugs. I did drugs my whole entire life. And you know, it's a funny thing. Tonight is 15 years that I didn't pick the drugs or alcohol. It's just like coinky-dinky, you know? It's a coincidence. But, yeah, that signing just kind of changed the face of the music business. And, you know, here we are, here I am talking about them like 34 years later, and they're bigger than ever, and they're better than ever, and nobody sounds like them, and that's a little Metallica story.
Yep. Yeah. Now, he only wrote few books, and he is willing to introduce himself and sign a book for you guys, especially Ramona Lane. You guys got to get it. And we love you.
Oh, I love you.
And we support you.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
And thank you for coming here.
Oh, I totally appreciate it.
And we're hanging out.
Love Michael.
Coming up next is Soul Cake, and then we have Mark and John, and the night is just beginning. Remember when we were young, we used to get our makeup done to get ready to go out at this time of the night. So now the night is just beginning for us, with Soul Cake ready to hit the stage next.
Now, baby, just don't try to understand. Desire is hunger, is the fire I breathe. Love is a banquet on which we feed. So come on now, try and understand the way I feel when I hold your hand. Come on. Here on Lopez, come on and come. So come on now, try and understand the way I feel when I hold your hand. Come on, baby, let's go on that car. We can't let you now, we can't let you now, we can't let you now. Because the night belongs to others, because the night belongs to love, because the night belongs to others, because the night belongs to us. People have the power.
moment of silence. A little moment of silence, please. What? We're very lucky to be here right now. Very fortunate. Our brothers and sisters in the Ukraine and all over the world are suffering right now.
Yes, a lot of suffering.
So let us embrace this moment and pray that the war ends soon.
There's so many people to be I knelt and I prayed, and I asked forgiveness from the beast, but they said no. One more song, here we go, one more.
One more, please do one more.
Okay.
Bring down the spaceship.
Okay, here it comes.
Walter. I want to thank everyone for making this night special. We went way for... We're going to do a jam session?
Yay!
You know, hey, the Colombian guys, come on up. No, nothing's coming up from me. We used to. But anyway, I don't know. I think we can do the jam session tomorrow because we only have you guys, and then we have, so we can do it tomorrow because the staff has to go.
Kingston Pop Museum on Broadway in Kingston presents AAA Exhibition, a tribute to Andy Warhol, Antonio Lopez, and Bill Aucoin, featuring artworks from many recognized local names and international talents, with explosive opening receptions this Friday and Saturday nights, 6 p.m. The AAA exhibition lineup includes artists, musicians, designers, poets, and more. Kingston Pop Museum delivers a new wave of popular cultural art, music, and fashion in the heart of Kingston's Midtown Arts District. The AAA exhibit opening nights this Friday and Saturday. RSVP is a must. KingstonPopMuseum.com.
In the last scene of the movie, there's some other stuff. Andy Warhol's dog collar is there. Not the one he wore.
How do you get Andy Warhol?
The one that his dog Amos wore, I have that. And I have, I think, an Alvin Lee 10 years after leather jacket from 70 or 71.
Okay.
To make the screen print, and it was called Sex Parts.
Body parts.
So yeah, Andy and I went there to see Victor Hugo and his model. Then they put the acetates in there, and they said, "What should I write on the box?" And I thought, they became torsos, but there was the other exhibit, and there was sex parts. And someone was trying to investigate what was on his mind.